Good afternoon. This is Reading for Charity again, and getting through this massive backlog of reviews I've got to do. List of the Lost. This one's going to be very quick indeed. List of the Lost. Written by a certain Morrissey, who is, you may well know, that musician who can't keep out of the news for obvious reasons. He used to be cool, and now he's not. And then he wrote this book, and I was given this to read by someone who used to be a huge Morrissey fan. I'm trying to work out when this was written. This was published in 2015, so yeah, on his way down to the to where he is now. I was given the book to read by a huge ex-Morrissey fan, and with the idea of, tell me if this is good or not. I can categorically say that this book is terrible. It's absolutely awful, and it's bad for the same way that your average internet forum post is bad. You read better stuff elsewhere. So the story is kind of an Americana style story. 4 guys in a track team, and it follows them through. And the story itself doesn't really go anywhere. It's there's love, life, laughter, love lost, love gained, but it's interceded with rants. So the track coach. The track coach starts talking to them, and then goes off into a reverie about him going to war, which morphs into a rant about Churchill and homosexuality and how they treated Alan Turing, even though that Churchill was homosexual himself, according to Morrissey. And then it morphs back into the story again, and you go, wait, did I actually just read that? Go back and check. No, I did just read that. He just did have a rant about homosexuality in the middle of the story. And you're left with not actually knowing whether the rant is pro or anti-homosexuality. It's such a scattershot approach. And then then there's a rant about trade unions, and then there's a rant about capitalism, then there's a rant about privilege, and then there's a rant about entitlement and colour, and none of them have any depth whatsoever. The actual amount of depth in the book is, it's that thin. It's spread far and wide. He throws stones at every topic he can find, but with all the depth of a puddle. Nothing is investigated in any real thought. It feels like he just sat there drunk and just shouted at someone who was typing it all out and then had to hang a story around it. That's really how it feels. I don't know what else to say about this. There's no real story. There's no real point to this book in any way, shape or form. It's a better written version of the Baby Jesus butt plug. It really is. It's that kind of level of thought has gone into this book. So, should you read this book? Should you read this book? Nope. No. Don't worry about this book at all. It's pointless. Absolutely pointless. Don't worry about it. Go read something else. Save your time. It's not a big book. It's not a long book. It's still a waste of time. Don't worry about it. So, not many books I've said that about. Next up we're going to do The Fall by Albert Camus. That'll be the next one. So until then, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for listening. Good afternoon.